Hi, welcome back to Doom 3. I'm Blastinus, and this is going to be the final episode for this part of the game. What, did I say something different last episode? Well, I think you might have misheard. I'll see you guys next time for the ultimate level. You see? Perfectly understandable. Now then. Now this level is going to be pretty short, actually. It's going to throw us right into the thick of things, and it's just going to be like non-stop action. Not that I mind at all. A level where it's just short and sweet is probably better than one that takes its time, you know? Now that being said, I should probably save at least a little bit of this BFG. After all, we got one more level to go. Rockets though. We got plenty of rockets. We can use those. Now that was a bit unusual. Was there a brief invulnerability period, or did the rocket just pass between his legs? Are the hitboxes actually that exact? Could be. So that access card that we got allows us to go for the storeroom with a whole bunch of goodies. But it comes with consequences. Yeah, you think the game would just let us enjoy some goodies now and then, but no, everything has a price tag. It's not too bad though, spiders are pretty easy at this point. Now then, where were we? A very convincing effect. Now this is something weird that I didn't realize before. Not only is there like a little bump that makes grenades go weird, but also there's a ladder that allows us to go up onto these shelves and, well, they have no idea what to do with us right now. Well, I mean, I guess I can throw fireballs, but otherwise, yeah. They are completely confused. I didn't even know you could get up onto these shells before. This is an event. You might notice, by the way, but I'm trying to take advantage of every single weapon in the game in this level. Except for the pistol, I guess. There's really no use for the pistol anymore. This videotape, it's just the same videotape that we got from our good friend Pierce Rogers before, so no point in listening to it again, I say. Plasma time. You might say the plasma gun is not the best choice for this, but honestly, there's no bad choice when it comes to fighting spiders. Except for fisticuffs, maybe. Like, punching spiders might be difficult. I mean, have you ever tried to punch a spider? Now, for this generator, you gotta follow the wire. And this wire extends all the way back to that previous room, as we'll soon see. And yeah, power-ups and price tags. What did I say? Though it is kind of neat that you can have health dispensers on their side. The fact that all the, what you call, touchscreens are actually just textures, animated textures to be precise, means that you can theoretically put a computer console on anything. Oh, wait a minute. These spike balls look pretty familiar. Yeah, that's right. In order to cap off our little adventure, it's time for a boss fight against 2 Vigeris. Only problem is, I didn't have the BFG last time. Nor did I have the Soul Cube. Yeah, they're not even in our league anymore. Well, you know, honestly, I'd like to see what would happen if we fought Sabaoth with a BFG of our own. That could be an interesting fight, but it's not going to happen. Outside of mods, I guess. I really ought to show off some of the mods for this game at some point. They are pretty expansive, but that'll wait until the expansion. Now then, next level.
So you've made it this far.
I have mysterious new voice. It's definitely not Betruger. Say, I haven't seen the good doctor in a while. I wonder where he got off to. Still, with this massive arsenal that they're handing out, you can tell that we're going to have a giant fight ahead of us. Like maybe just a whole arena full of Mancubi. That would be crazy, wouldn't it? Spoilers, there aren't any Mancubi in this level.
Setting new standards in both archaeological discovery and analysis, the UAC is proud to showcase the latest findings on 4 unique and fascinating artifacts. These tablets were originally discovered in the dig site under what has become known as Site 3. Subsequent examination of the surrounding area and carbon dating of the tablets brought UAC researchers to the conclusion that the tablets belonged to a civilization that existed millennia ago and were placed in a holy burial ground of some sort. Utilizing the best minds in linguistics and UAC proprietary pattern recognition software, the tablets were exhaustively examined. What we found was fantastic. The first tablet provided us with a wealth of scientific data, specifically detailing the mathematical concepts behind teleportation. UAC researchers use this information as the cornerstone for building the Delta teleportation devices. The second and third tablets illustrate an epic story, a story of war, and how, faced with impossible odds, the ultimate sacrifice of an entire race to achieve victory. The fourth tablet details how the essence of each individual was captured and placed in the artifact we now refer to as the Soul Cube. This device was wielded by their mightiest warrior, and with it he banished the invading horde forever. Our researchers are still analyzing a recently found hidden section of the fourth stone and some related fragments. It goes into detail on the invading force and indicates the remaining survivors may have teleported somewhere, where we do not know, although it seems to reference a map we have yet to locate. To date, there remains no evidence of any type of invasion at any of the sites. Our assumption is that time has removed all but what we now see.
So this is a pretty big coffin, wouldn't you say? One would assume that the Martians were a little bit taller than us, or maybe just really pretentious. Interesting choice of decoration. Sort of faux medieval, you might say. Now, before we head off to our final doom, we have to see this particular brick here. And what does it reveal? Why, our final PDA of the game, of course. This would provide us with all access to all departments, assuming that was actually relevant at this point in the game. What it is all the developers giving their personal thanks for us having played this far. Which, you know, I do appreciate, actually. Like, id Software does have a bit of a soft spot on my heart. I played a whole bunch of their games as a kid, and I do have some fond memories of playing Doom when I was probably too young to be playing Doom, to be honest. But, well, what can I say? If you were a kid in the 90s, you probably played Doom. It's just a fact. Or at the very least you heard about it. It's one of those things that sort of just wormed its way into the, into the minds of all kids around that time. Unless I guess they were playing Nintendo games. Who can even say? But you know, even if we're only about halfway done, it's been pretty nice to be getting so far. I feel like this is quite the milestone. I'll be sharing my thoughts about Doom 3 after we're done with the final fight, but for the most part, I think the game is simultaneously perhaps a bit worse and also maybe not as bad as I remember. It's really difficult to put into words, but I'll try. I'll think of something. Cyber Demon. It is completely invincible against conventional weaponry. However, there are two things that we have going for us in this fight. First off, the Hercules effect is in full force. And second, the Soul Cube is effective, and this fight is going to spawn an infinite horde of little monsters like imps and maggots. So, the Cyber Demon itself, if it gets too close, it can stomp on you for an instant kill, and its missiles will take a huge chunk out of your health if they hit, but, well, as you can see, with infinite sprint, you can just run circles around it all the way across the room. Our objective is to get 4 Soul Cube hits. So, assuming that we started the fight with a Soul Cube charge, we would only need to kill 15 monsters. Not altogether too difficult, just keep running, wait for them to spawn, and then shoot them. Although, there are some ways that you can still fail this fight. Like, you notice that there's a big hole in the center, and also in the periphery. If you're not careful about where you run, or you waste your Soul Cube charge on a monster that's in front of the Cyber Demon, then you can die in a really embarrassing way. But overall, if you just keep running, just keep avoiding the shots, keep this big protrusion in between you and the Cyber Demon, it's not difficult. It's not difficult in the slightest. Honestly, I kind of wish that there was like some big cinematic song here or something that really make a big dramatic point, because, well, it's not like this is going to be a scary fight. I feel like all our atmosphere and horror has kind of left the building at this point. Heck, I'm only using the BFG because I can, and that's it. Fight's over. Seriously.
Zulu, this is Echo 1. Give me a visual status.
Echo 1, this is Recon Zulu. We've got massive damage all over the base. This place looks like hell. I've got life signs on the bioscanner. Eyes sharp. Echo 1, we've got a survivor, a Marine. Corporal, you hear me? You alright? Can you hear me? Echo 1, this is Recon Zulu. Prepare for medevac.
Copy that. Have you located Counselor Swan?
Yes, sir. He's dead.
Roger, Recon 1. What about Dr. Betruger?
He's nowhere to be found, sir.
So, yeah, we were never going to actually kill Betruger. Do you think that's disappointing? Maybe. It kinda is for me. But, what can we say? They knew there was going to be a sequel. It was just kind of a thing for games back then to have an expansion. Like, it was sort of expected. Now then, final thoughts. Well, honestly, I don't think BFG Edition really did this game any favors. Being able to use a flashlight anytime... Oh, nice typo, by the way. Using a flashlight anytime, I think, sort of killed whatever atmosphere the game had. While it certainly made the game easier, for the most part, it just turned it into what you might call a very cheap action game. Well, probably wasn't cheap to make at the time, but these days it feels a little bit too generic. I guess there are some things which really do not stand the test of time. The gritty, gray, kind of really dreary graphics might have been revolutionary, might have been really different and unique for its time, but these days, games are going back to color, trying to really make things vibrant and interesting. The art style sort of changed over time, and as a result, this now looks incredibly just lifeless and dull. I'm glad to say, though, that Resurrection of Evil, the next expansion, is going to go back to a more action-oriented approach and just generally see the game in a more cartoony light. I hope you'll join me then, because there is still plenty to enjoy. Thanks for watching so far. That's it. There's nothing else. I'll see you guys.